You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 430 of the Red and Red Sports Show. Back at it again, and boy, do we got a full week to talk about. I mean, y'all pretty much know what's going on. NBA draft week was in full effect. The NBA front offices with the trades in full effect as they prepare for NBA free agency to begin. Well, I mean, like I said, we got NBA trades to discuss. We got new head coaches to discuss. We got NFL football extensions to discuss. Unfortunately, Braves baseball to discuss. But we got a full show today. We got a full crew today. So sit back, buckle your seatbelt, because enjoy, y'all. We're going to take y'all on a nice little ride today. Episode 430, Let's start getting dirty. Let's go, y'all.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL Show. Giving you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real sports knowledge. So hang out with your boys Red, Rev, and Coach for episode 430. And as is our sports custom, we now turn our numbers attention to our residential numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas, to give us someone dealing with those three digits, 4, 3, and 0. What you got for us, Coach?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. The number 430 that I have is associated with one of the best first basemen in Major League Baseball history. He's one of the most talented players around. And did you know that he hit 430 home runs while playing solely the position of first base? And his name is Albert Winnie the Pujols. Albert Pujols, 430 home runs while playing first base only for the Cardinals and other teams.
That's interesting, Coach. How did you come up with Googling Albert Pujols, how many home runs he hit only playing first base? How did you come up with that?
My staff works hard. I have Roscoe who runs the internet and try to keep the internet going. And then I have JoJo who does my crack staff work and provides me with tidbits. So we're good.
Okay, Coach. Coach got staff. All right. That's cool.
I heard it.
You
not
heard
bad.
it?
Yeah. What you say, 430 in St. Louis?
No, he said 430 while playing the position of first base only.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. So he hit 200 and something else playing what? DH? A pinch hitting?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that was nice and tough.
We'll roll with it. Well, we're glad to have
the
crew
when
here.
He said Detroit, I thought he was going, when he said first baseman, I thought he was going Mickey Cabrera for a minute.
Oh, okay. From Detroit. We'll take that, Coach, and somebody might fact check you while we're on the line. Nevertheless, we had a crew, and then also backstage, we're going to bring in from the Sports Roundtable, Asa Brown. What's going on, Asa?
Gentlemen, how's it going?
Going well, man. Thanks for joining us on the Red and Rev Sports Show this week. And as we just welcome Asa, we want to encourage everybody to like and share this broadcast. Who knows, your like, more importantly, your share might lead somebody to the best nation in sports media. That's the nation we call Revanite Nation. As we want to welcome them right now, let's see who's up in Revanite Nation representing. Trevor Holly, hello to you. The VP is in the building, ready to slam down the gavel in a fire session of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Revanite Nation, let's rise up and show out what's good. And it's good to have the VP here for the whole episode. You know, normally hit us sometimes, I'm only dropping in, but we thank you for holding it down for the whole episode. I think we got some spam going on, so I'm not going to bring those up. Coach is suffering cutbacks. His nephew Pijo came up with that factoid today, working for free.
Pijo? Oh, Lord.
The president is in the building. Said, good morning, gentlemen. Coming to you live from the Pickleball Parade-a-Palooza from Dale City, Oklahoma.
Pickleball.
Then the president said, Coach hired some pretty strong and smart hamsters. Got to keep that wheel going.
Ain't that something? That's sad.
Tested for PEDs. Oh, man. Lord, they locked and loaded. So, gentlemen, beware of danger of what you say on this episode today. All right. Let's jump right on in as we welcome Revanite Nation. Again, we want to ask you to like and share. But you all know how we start our show. Every week we do the dope, nope, and cope moments for us, respectively. Doping, what was our maybe most exciting moment for the week? Nope, something that we're still shaking our heads about, and coping with something that we're trying to wrestle our minds with in the sports world. So let's get this thing started. We'll go around the horn. We'll start underneath me, and then we'll go around. So, Reb, we'll start with you, brother. What you got?
All right. I'm doping on one. Well, I got a dope and a half dope. I'm doping on one. Anzi Salah, but for GM, president of operations for the Atlanta Hawks. Man, Anzi, in a few short months, man, you have done some very inspiring and impressive things. I mean, the Trae Young trade, overseeing a great second half by the Hawks, then off season, bringing CJ back at a decent contract, and these 3 picks that you just got. I mean, Fleming's kid from Houston. He wasn't the first point guard I had, but during the season, I said, well, we couldn't get a cup. I mean, King, well, I'll talk about that later. Since you've been on board, the Hawks have been trending up, and that's why you get my dope. But I'll elaborate on everything else when we talk about the draft. But Anzi Salah, you get my dope moment for the week, and my half dope moment goes to Cindy Boozer, Cameron Boozer's mom. Woo! Good Lord, woman, you are fine. Lord have mercy. Talk about stealing the draft away last week. But Anzi Salah, dope. Cindy Boozer, woo! You put shades back on thinking about you, girl.
Look at Red. Look at Red. Here he comes.
Hey, so what are you doping on, sir?
I gotta get in the car with Red, but I gotta make it known before I get in there. You wasn't talking that talk about Unzi last week, but I'll get in the car with you though. So I had the Hawks at a B minus with their draft on day one. I put them to almost a B plus now with the signing of the big boy from North Carolina and some other moves that they have made. So I'll get in the car with Red as far as what the GM for the Hawks have done. And Coach, go ahead and get our bet ready, because I told you the Hawks would make it to the finals before the Timberwolves, and I'm looking quite good on that prediction. So just get ready, okay?
All right,
Oh, man.
yeah.
I didn't know about that bit.
We gonna see.
Now, technically, I was in the car. I just kicked Queen Snyder out the car.
Okay. I
I was in the car. I was in the car with Lindsay. I just didn't want Queen Snyder in the car.
Okay. I'll let you have that. I'll get in the car with you though.
So according to Red, the GM is responsible for the second half. Got it.
You got it, Red. Hey, Rev. He driving that Waymo. There ain't no driver.
That's good right there. I like that one. Coach, what are you doping on, sir?
My dope moment goes to one Camila Cardoso for the Chicago Sky, who set a record for field goals. She was 13 for 13 last night, which is a rarity in any sport. And she had 30 points and eight rebounds. Clearly her best game of the year in the win for Chicago. And she had a call at halftime that helped her to keep going. And that was from one of the best motivators in the league, in the world, Don Staley, who told her, keep it going, keep it up. And she did. So Camila Cardoso for Chicago Sky, 13 for 13, 30 points. She set a WNBA record. So I give her the dope moment.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
That was going to be my dope moment, but I should have known Coach was going I should have known. But I got a spare tire. I got a spare dope. I'm going dope on Walt Weiss. Basically, last night, doing what the famous quote says, you turn your lemons into lemonade. And he turned that lemon pitching staff into lemonade by stretching out his bullpen for an entire game yesterday to stop the Braves from a 4-game losing streak as they finally beat the lowly San Francisco Giants after getting swept by them last week 3-1. So Walt Weiss, until AA gives you the proper pitching tools, do what you got to do, man. That was a yeoman's managing job on yesterday, turning the lemons that you have in the pitching staff on the pitching staff to lemonade. So Walt Weiss, you get my dope.
Winning.
All right, Asa, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on the WNBA women that obviously have a real issue with CC. I understand maybe having some issue with some of the fans and the crowd or whatever, but you having a real issue, physical issue with CC to the point where you want to go ahead and put your fist in her throat and risk your career or the optics of your career. I'm having a note moment. I don't have any problem with CC or any player being the bad guy. I think every sport and every team or whatever needs to have one, but not to the point where you really do physical harm to the individual. So I'm noping on some of the WNBA players' thought process with her.
All right, Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm sad.
He was saying something, and then he got.
He ain't got all his workers ain't working. All his workers ain't working too well. It took a break.
Took a break. Said, "Not on my watch. Not on my watch." Let me go ahead on, because he might have stolen my notes, so that might have been providential.
You might want to get yours in, because it might
go
be.
ahead. I got a nope on LeVar Ball, man. Come on, man. We were doing well without hearing your voice for quite some time, man. You know, LaMelo is doing this thing now that you're in the backdrop. He gets traded, but after having a solid season, unfortunately, his wife filed for divorce. I'm not going to go into that. But come on, man. We already were sold your dream 6-7 years ago. That's a nightmare for NBA GM. All right, so let's stop with the foolishness, asking the Timberwolves to sign Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is staying in the NBA right now on a wing and a prayer, and LiAngelo never made the NBA. So chill out, bro. Be happy. You had 2 out of 3. One of them has turned out to be something special. Lonzo's been pretty much, I would say, a bust in comparison to what he was predicted to be by Magic, saying his jersey was going to be hoisted in the Raptors. and LiAngelo, let's just celebrate his rap career and call it a day. All right, so let's leave it alone. Here we go.
They ain't the Giannis family. I know that much.
Not at all. Not at all. Red, what are you noping on, man?
Man, so you tell me Black Sheep Ball got a rap career? Wow. Oh man, that's a good one, real. What am I noping on? I'm gonna jump in the car with you with this WNBA, but I'm gonna take it another route. My note moment goes to the WNBA head coach, Becky Harmon. Oh, fellas. Here we go. Another example of a lady that just can't admit when she wrong. Becky, stop it. You were wrong about Jalen Brunson. So why are you trying to double down now on your little opinion about guys like him can't lead teams to championships? It's time, Becky, to admit you were wrong about the brother Jalen Brunson. Okay, the man just won the NBA championship in record fashion. Okay, so you coming out this week doubling down on your statement saying, no, I'm not going to admit I was wrong. I meant it when I said it, and I'm standing by. Well, hey, bumps to you, Becky. And I want to say something else, but sweetie, you wrong. Just admit it, okay? and do it fast before Red unleash on his Facebook page. You don't want to know what I say on there. But you were wrong, sweetie. So stop doubling down on your opinion. The man just hosted up the NBA championship, got the entire city of New York on his side, and you the only fool that's still doubling down on that opinion that guys like him can't lead teams to championship. Well, Jalen proved you wrong, and it's time to admit you were wrong. Okay, Becky, you hear me, Becky?
Yeah, she's hurting her chances to one day become an NBA coach, as some folk are predicting, being stubborn. You know, you just gotta acknowledge when you're wrong. It's okay. It happens. Coach, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm 10 toes down.
All right, is your internet 10 toes down? That's the question. That's the question we need to ask. You might be 10 toes. 10 toes, but we need your internet.
He only have 6. He got 6 toes, so he's 6 toes down. So we working on that.
Well, we need to get your note in real quick before it goes down to 3. So what you got for us?
I'm a sidetrack, like I said I would. Vince Goodwill, a good body, a good fella, whatever his name on ESPN First Take, and Get Up.
Get him,
it's
Coach.
Time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Your opinions are about as useless as somebody selling ocean land here in Atlanta. Nobody really listening to you. You try to be important, but you say stuff that don't make any sense. I know Red alluded to it last week when he called the NBA championship participation trophy. He just keep coming up with worse and worse saying. And then he sit there with that grin like he got sprayed with Joker products and Batman and looking like he crazy. I'm like, come on, dude. It's not working. Stephen A. or Shea or whoever bought him on, it's time to let go.
You're fired.
Now, what did he say that as somebody said, burned your brownies this past week, Coach?
Not burn the brownies. No, it's just he be on this. He come behind people and says stuff, and then he laughs about it like it's a real big sports opinion, and it's already been said several times. And then he come behind and try to say what they say in his own words sometimes. I'm like, dude, you're not coming with any new sports information. You just repeating what was already said. They don't need you for that.
And then real, he always had, like Coach said, he always had that beady little look on his face, smirking, like Coach said, like said something great. Dude, Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. just said the same thing. And like you say, when he come with his own opinions, he be dead wrong. Like the participation trophy comment.
All right, while you still 6 toes down with the internet, give us your coat moment.
My coat moment goes to the USA soccer team. You lost, I think, a little momentum against the country of Turkey. I thought it was just Turkey, but it's Turkey. So now it's time for you to go into the knockout round where no more forgiveness. They keep talking about you all are going to be one of the better teams in it, and Christian Pulisic is able to play. Put up a shut-up time. Now, I don't know if you're going to win it. I don't think they are. But you better not lose that first game against that country, Bosnia that country. So don't mess up.
Don't mess up, Coach said. All right. So they're going to be fireworks once we get into the 32. We'll see what happens. Let me see what I'm coping with. I am coping with the fact that I live in Pennsylvania, and the Braves are going to really make me have to baptize some of my Philadelphia Phillies members who have suddenly resurrected from the dead to let me know that the Phillies are hot on the Braves' heels.
Yeah, they coming.
and they picked up at least 3.5 to 4 games this past week. And Washington Nationals, they really deserve my note moment for two of the most epic, worst losses in baseball history
against Philly in the ninth inning. Both
in the ninth inning, in 3 games, allowing the Phillies score like 14 plus runs in 3 straight games in the ninth inning alone. But nevertheless, I'm coping with the fact that the Braves are about to make me have to baptize some of my members, and I'm not talking about a sacred baptism. So I'll just leave it right there.
Thank you, Washington. It could have been a meaningless losses for the Braves, but thank you, Nationals. God.
All right, Rev, what are you coping with, sir?
Well, in addition to that, I mean, I just couldn't believe the Washington choke like they did. We could have been saying, yeah, Braves, we losing, but Philly's losing too, so we all right. But no, But anyway, I'm coping with this Knicks fan, y'all. this silly, crazy Knicks fan who took it upon herself to steal some trash cans. Not only did she steal the trash can, went online to show the world that she stole the trash can. And don't end there now. Don't end there. Went back to work the following week. Got fired for stealing the trash cans, for going online, stealing the trash can. Lost her job at the bank now for stealing these trash cans. Now, guess what? The Knicks don't put these trash cans on sale now, thanks to this woman stealing the trash can. You see what happened, lady? How dumb you are. You should have just got one of your broke Uncle Otis's to go down there and steal the trash can, get him in trouble, and then you could have got the trash can free online. But nah, you yourself, with plenty to lose, gonna take it upon yourself to go down there and steal the trash can, post it online, and now you lose your big time job at the bank. Lord, I tell you, they really are some crazy folks in New York, man.
Bubba Dub trash.
The comments just given by Red do not represent the general consensus of the Red and Red Sports Show. We are not condoning how to steal and teach other people how to steal. So those are Red's opinions alone.
My bad about the Uncle Otis.
Oh, boy. All right. Hey, so what are you coping with in this segment?
I'm getting in the car with you, Rev. The Braves got everybody in the National League outside of the Dodgers. They've always been good, right? But outside of the Dodgers, the Braves got everybody in the National League with hope. And so I'm especially those Philly fans. And so they fired their skipper, hired a new one, or bought one from within, promoted one up, and he's been having them on fire ever since that firing. And the Braves can't seem to stay healthy. So I'm in the car with you.
Yeah, man, it's happening right before our eyes. Then you got Suarez going on. The injured list. We'll get to it when Red does the Braves report.
I got something in the Braves report that might make us feel a little bit better, y'all.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be like Jesse Jackson and keep hope alive right now. So
coalition.
Give us what we need. Give us what we need. All right, Reverend Night Nation, we're coming your way. We're gonna see what y'all got going on. We see some comments. Let's get to them. The president is doping on Cape Verde becomes the smallest population to make the World Cup knockout round. The Mexican team of Salsa Verde did not make it.
Salsa Verde.
Salsa Verde. VP doping got in the car. And let's make sure we give credit where credit is due. That is a sports round table expression. Get in the car. That is not a Red and Red special. So we want to make sure we give credit where credit is due, as Asa is a part of the sports roundtable. So we will make sure we
I get in the car with you in a heartbeat.
The VP doping on Camila Cardoso, scoring 30 points in the 30-point blowout of the Toronto Fire. The Skies set a few records last night. KC scored 13 for 13, 100%. First record. Second record, 38 assists as a team. WNBA doing up. Dope. And I'm sure the VP had extra incentive to share that dope because Cardoso is one of his fellow South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah. Jerome, get the team right. It's the Portland Fire. It ain't the Toronto Fire.
The Toronto Fire. Tempo. Toronto. Oh, coach looked like he had some venom in that correction.
He always like to mess with people.
It's the Portland Fire, VP. Get it right.
I know he's coming back. That's why I'm getting him now.
Coming for you. Fasten your seatbelt. Is coming in just a minute. The VP also says CC Booster is CC Boozer is a definite great dope. Red, she was displaying those long volleyball legs as Cam was being drafted by the Grizzlies. Let's hope Ja Dad don't shoot his shot. Lord have mercy.
Team Morant.
Y'all off the chain, man. Jordan or LeBron? We won't get into it, but I would go with the latter, and you have to look at some other episodes to understand why.
If he Rev, if he changed one more team, you might have to change your perspective on that.
Well, sir, I got it. I can't do that. Why? Here's why. We act like Jordan never played for the Wizards toward the end of his career.
Because he didn't.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we just focus on his Bulls run, and we ain't gonna act like he ain't made the playoffs for 3 years with the Wizards.
Them years don't count, Rev. And so them years don't count.
So then we can't, if we're gonna be consistent, then we can't count his second three-peat because he had a break between them.
Same team though.
Real. Somebody held up the Men in Black stick to Ace and just made him block out the river.
Them years don't count, Red. Them years don't count.
Lord have mercy, man. That's the thing that be killing me about the Jordan people. But
I hear you. I hear you, Rev. I hear you. All jokes aside, I hear you. But it gets to a point where do we block out them years with Shaq? Because he was a Phoenix, Boston, Cleveland. Do we block them years out, or do we count them years with Shaq as well? When it comes to big
if we were having conversation for Shaq being the GOAT, that would all have to be included.
Okay.
I mean, the part of LeBron's GOATness for some people is because of what he's doing at this age.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like he's 41, 42, 43 doing stuff that nobody ever did. Still arguably a top 10 player and never had any breaks like Jordan had 5 years.
I get you.
5 years of breaks. So you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I understand. But I'm with Red though. Go ahead. Flash them last 4 years in front of my eyes, no problem.
This is right on time with Coach.
Asa, that's how I feel about LeBron's tenure with the Lakers. Flashing in front of my eyes.
Even though he brought you your last championship, so it's all good.
Well, that's the only year that was all right. The 2000, and then why did they break that?
I'm gonna say this: it wasn't his fault that AD did not pan out to be who they brought him to be. LeBron was trying to transition to be Robin and let AD be Batman, but we came to learn that AD does not have Batman genes in his skin.
He ain't even got Batman genes.
He went from injury prone to just being injured.
Yeah,
he took the prone away. He just
AD lost some of the luster off his legacy. Let me do this right on target. Coach got union hamsters.
They go get their 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes they'll get their break.
They want to mention.
Now, real. What you just said about AD. So how can any Wizards fan go into the season acting like, oh, well, we got AD now? No, you don't.
Yeah.
AD on the team. You don't have AD.
AD is not going to be there physically or mentally.
No.
That dude wants out. So you ain't going to get much from him. The VP said, I agree. I agree, Asa. I think Elisa Thompson has some deep-rooted angst towards CC, especially since AT's fiance, DeWanna Bonner, is a former teammate of CC's, and her time in Indy was murky at best. Sounds like AT took it upon herself to lash out on CC. Shameful display and very embarrassing to the W. That's great insight right there.
Yep.
You know, I don't really focus on the relationships that go on within the WNBA, but that makes perfect sense.
Got all the info.
None of that. What went down last week or whatever seemed to be basketball related.
Basketball.
It all seemed to be personal, and everybody on the court knew it was personal. And so, you know, it's you willing to risk your career, especially now when she's not the focal point of the WNBA. They got 3 or 4 girls that have come in now that are running the WNBA. CC's more of a back page to a degree. I'm not saying that she's not part of the WNBA, but we're not talking about her. We on Olivia and Brittany and some other players, right? And so to still have the vitriol for CC seems more than about basketball. It seems personal.
Well, I agree. It's more than basketball.
That girl, Olivia Miles. Oh my God.
But let's understand that there are 2 different things going on. You got play, and then you got box office.
Yeah.
CC is still on top of box office. So,
and you know what? And ride that momentum, right? Ride it. We understand. You know, you got the additional. You got gone from 32 games now to 50 next year. You got the improvement with the basically the CBA. They got more money coming in. They've gotten what they wanted, right? So keep on riding that momentum.
Yeah. Don't do nothing stupid. All right, gentlemen. We got a lot of comments, so we're gonna cut back a little bit of the extra talk, okay? VP Liangelo Ballet Extraordinary for the Charlotte Hornets, creating beats on the side for his fledgling rap career. The president said no. KC got shell shocked by the Chicago White Sox, 22-1. Even Kim Kardashian said, "I didn't even score that much on prom night." Lord have mercy.
You know what?
Sean Hagwood, Pastor Hagwood, what's going on, bro? Pastor friend all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate you, man, on the congratulations. He said, I have mixed emotions about the Melo Ball trade here in Charlotte. I can understand, especially coming off that season. The VP said, Coach facing other cutbacks to internet service. P-Joe forgot to pay the bill. Fire him immediately. Joe Black is in the house. What's up, Joe? The president said Vince went to the Booger McFarland School of Philosophy. For sure. Sean Hagwood said, I think the Hornets let Melo go to shore up the salary cap to get at least 2-point producing players that are still hanging around in free agency. Jaylen Brown would be a great fit for the Hornets. We're going to get to that, man. I got some input I want to add to what you just said. The VP said Vincent Goodwill is a prime example of a suburban kid trying to fit in with the hood ninjas. He was saying that the past NBA champs were invalid. Because they haven't repeated, he let that come out of his mouth. Participation trophy is what is deemed the Larry O'Brien trophy to be now. Shameful display of journalism. The VP also says Adam Silver wants parity, and he's getting it. Everyone wins. You don't like it, don't watch. Champs are champs. You have the trophy, you've earned it. The president said he's coping. I have concerns with the Iranian World Cup team. Remember what happened to Colombia in the 90s? Hashtag go behind the shed. Joe Black is noping on the Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold, arrested on 8 felonies, including armed robbery.
I forgot about him.
The VP is coping with Naomi Osaka's injury setback, had to retire from Bad Homburg. Final due to lingering foot injury. Wimbledon's coming up. I hope that isn't a precursor to an early exit in the upcoming major. Heal well. Joe Black coping with Kyle Pitts getting paid like a top 3 tight end. We have a top 3 paid tight end and wideout and still are uncertain at QB. The president's coping in agreement with Red. That lady trashed her career. I don't know what this is about. Hired him through nepotism, son GM promoting daddy to interim coach. Y'all know what that's about?
No.
Moving on. The Hoes join us. What's up, Ho? He's doping, drafting Bessier, and possibly signing Walker Kessler, 2 7-footers. Cope. Braves AA might be unemployed soon. Nope. Braves medical staff trash. That's facts.
Oh, agree with everything.
He said, Reverend Doctor, you may not want to be like Reverend Jackson as of today, but we get you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why we can't let Reverend Jackson rest in peace?
Rest in peace, right? remember the Rainbow Coalition. I was young. I remember that though.
Keep hope alive, man. Keep hope alive, man.
You won many states.
Yeah, let's give Reverend just a pass. He's gone now.
All right.
He won many
Dante
states.
said, what up, good people? What's up, Dante? Dakota Miller 10-9 said, Billy Ocean, get in my car. All
What are you talking about, Dakota?
VP said, Asa is dropping SRT lingo for sure. DNA, SRT, and TRRSS, sharing resources, knowledge, and isms. Isn't it good when we can all get along? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The coalition.
The coalition. Love it.
That's right, baby.
Joe Black said, I got another quote. The NBA had one job. Don't let OKC get Myra and 11 teams fail. That's why they got the best GM in the business. VP said, Coach, watch your hand. Great correction. I'll send PJ a $5 gift card for the varsity. He can buy only one French fry.
PJ.
Joe Black, here it is with the Asa theory. The wizard years don't count, Rev. Here we go. Armani Newsom is noping on Terrion Arnold. Why didn't you let the police handle the job? You took matters into your own hands, and now you're looking at 4 first-degree felonies.
Ouch.
Armani said, I'm also coping with the fact still overpaying pass catchers, shaking my head. Dakota said Jordan retired, bought ownership shares, sold shares to play, show Wizards how to win. That's a positive mark on Jordan's legacy, but not his basketball career.
Win.
Let's not try to add to the conversation. Move the goalpost. Oh,
come on board. Come on board, baby. Come on board, baby. Come on board.
Dakota Miller says, yeah, when the CC rule, CC will start winning titles like Jordan did. Okay. The VP says, shout out to Sophie Cunningham for maintaining the silly point on Dewana Bonner for 4 or 5 years, priceless TV.
Right. The enforcer, baby.
The VP said the ladies, that's right. Let me stop. Red got one of her pictures up on his wall. Sophie Cunningham. I already know that. It's in his phone. I already know that. That's why he up there. Y'all couldn't see him. He was up there raising the roof. I'm surprised. I'm sure when I put that clip up or the comment, he was looking at his wall. Cocoa Puffs.
Excuse me.
VP said the ladies need to recognize. VP said the ladies still need to recognize that CC is still a draw. She's the draw. She's still the main one packing out the arenas. Even if she is disrespectful AF to her coaching staff and refs, she still is a draw. And the new $2 billion TV deal doesn't happen without the attention that she helped to bring to the W, without her presence. Come on, let's just keep it 100.
Correct.
They rolled that cash cow. And even in Atlanta, when she comes to Atlanta, they do not play that different college.
We go to a different stadium.
You go to a stadium where you can catch the train to it.
Yeah.
And get off right at the stadium. Let's be clear. Yep. Let's be clear. She is the draw.
Rev, they're not gonna fit in that high school gym up in College Park.
High school gym.
For facts. See why you got to bring up old stuff, VP. What up, Joe Black? YouTube Purgatory still serving you well. Sorry, couldn't get you. I'll look at you. Mattingly's son is the GM of Phillies. I didn't know that. Okay, guys.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay.
Yeah. He's making his dad is making his son proud. That's for sure. Make him look like a genius. Keep hope alive. VP said, Reverend Doctor, you done woke up these Jordan acts. They take offense to the wizardry on his legacy. That's facts. That's facts. VP said Dakota must have the same deal as Red. CC won't be winning anytime soon. Okay. All right. He's not big CC. The president said Jordan is a better NASCAR owner than NBA owner GM. That's a fact.
Correct. Correct.
That is
Correct. And he got NASCAR their money.
The president said, God forbid a black light is used in Ricketts' room. Winston Thornton, what's up, bro? He's doping on Mello and Ant-Man tandem going to be something to watch. We'll talk about it in just a second. Winston doping on Terrion Arnold, facing life in prison, trying to act like a GTA 6 character. The president says CC selling out the whole Jim Rev played in at Ski. Lord have mercy. Those some good old days at the Ski playing against them. The VB said, Prez, I have CSI heading to Red's place as we speak.
I'm not hating on my girl so man. I would leave my posters alone.
Winston cope with the lull between mini camp and training camp that's upon us now with NFL. Just keep hope alive. It'll be over in just a few, man. About 4 or 5 more weeks. You'll get back to him. Thank you, Rev Nation, for living up our show with your dope nope and dope nope and copes. My fault. All right, gentlemen. Well, we've been talking a little bit about it in our dope nope and cope moments. Let's get into some basketball talk. Been a lot of it this past week. Let's talk a little basketball right here. And let's talk specifically as we start this conversation about the NBA trades that have taken place. 2 big-time trades in particular, and then we'll comment on any other ancillary trades that there may have happened. Let's start with the big one that took place right before the draft, where the Greek freak, Giannis, is now in South Beach. He's traded in the snow for a whole lot of sunshine. And in the process, Bobby Portis joins him in Miami, and the Bucks get Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, and a lot of different draft picks. I want us to add this to this conversation. I want to add this. When we comment on this particular trade, I want you to either quote first by saying a move or move the needle. All right? Is it a move, or does this move actually make some NBA noise? Make them a contender. So a move or move the needle. All right, so this is what we're going to start with as we talk about this trade, the NBA trade with Giannis going to the Miami Heat, leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's start with it. Coach, I'm going to see if you've been following, if you can follow directions, because sometimes you start with your comment before you do the segment. So I'm going to see if you follow the directions. All right. Want you to show us how we're supposed to do this segment. All right, Coach, is it a move or move the needle? Giannis going to the Miami Heat.
Real, first of all, it's Pharrell. I'm just playing. I ain't gonna use Pharrell. I'm sorry. It's a move. I don't think it moves the needle because you have one of the best front courts in the NBA. Who gonna pass the ball to him? Where you guard? You gave everything your backcourt away, pretty much, for Giannis to come to the front court and help out with Bam and then Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is underrated and he can help, but your backcourt, you got to get some rookies. I know Pat Riley ain't through dealing yet, so I ain't gonna really punish him for it, but gotta have some. Can't have ghosts on the team. Why don't you go get some of those guys from? Go get Matt McClung from the. He's a lifer. He can give you the ball. He's in the G League. Go get him. Go get some of them other guys who knew you're gonna need as a guard. Your front court gonna help you tremendously, but they can't win. Miami, to me, right now, as currently constructed, is not a playoff team. Not playoff. Not a championship team.
All right, Red, I'm gonna say for you for last. Asa, is Giannis going to Miami a move or move the needle?
It's a move right now. And even if it's a move now, and even if they're able to sign, say, Powell, and even if some of their picks, their natural picks, pan out, we talking 2 years at max before this vision becomes, something real on the court. So it's a move. Everybody in the East should be happy that he went down there. They'll win some games. There'll be a play-in, maybe a playoff team. But I just don't see, prior to this happening, I didn't see a lot of people running to Miami to be with Spoelstra, who I believe is still a top 10 coach. But I didn't see people running down there to be with Spoelstra. I didn't see people running down there to be with Pat, even though I don't understand why. He's a godfather, right? He puts teams together, but they weren't going down there prior to Giannis getting there. So Giannis getting there to me is just a move, right? So he was better off, in my opinion, going to Boston than to Miami. Other than the money. Granted, the money's there. You don't got to pay taxes. You want to have fun in the sun compared to Milwaukee. I get all that. But if he was going there to win championships, getting one is a long shot.
All right. Before Red, you jump in, let me do these comments that I skipped from the last segment. Armani's coping with the Charlotte Hornets. I have no idea what they're doing. Why Trey Miller, will get to that. VP is getting in the car with Red and Red's defense. Those W players look great out of uniform. Got to look at y'all guys, man. Got to pray for y'all. Joe Black said it's a move. I don't believe it puts Miami as the best in the East. They still need some more pieces. VP said Minnesota couldn't wait to clear out Alex's locker room. His key card was deactivated 3 weeks ago. Meanwhile, Greek Freak, watch out for those BBLs down there in Miami and come and fight. Wisdom said, look here, man, it's only a move. There's no guards worth itch. The bench got cleared and they traded the future away.
What is that?
Armani up here trying to predict a move that would move the needle, send Kyrie to the Heat and a backup young dude.
Kyrie injury.
The president said, so will this move be a precursor to LBJ going back? BP said they will have an interesting front court with Band moved to 4 now. The backcourt will need to improve for sure. All right, Red, is it a move or a move the needle? What you got?
Fellas, this is a move the needle type of move because we finally get rid of Giannis's worthless and useless brothers off of NBA roster. Oh my God. Thank you, Pat Riley, for saying I have no interest in bringing Giannis's brothers on this team. I'm sorry, Giannis. I know you've been playing with your brothers for all your life, dog, but you finally gonna have to figure out how to play without your brothers on your team, okay? So, like Coach and Asa said, Rev, minus the fact that Giannis' brothers won't be joining him in Miami, this ain't nothing but a move, man. This ain't nothing but a move. I second everything they said. The Heat pretty much traded their future and their backcourt away to get pretty much a top-heavy front court. Yeah, you got Portis. Yeah, you got Bam Bam, who I hate profusely. Yeah, you got Giannis over there. But like you say, you got to rebuild your backcourt. And with hardly any draft picks because you traded them all away. You got free agency coming up. So, I mean, we're going to have to see what the Heat do in free agency. But I'm with Coach Asa. It's just a move right here because, like you say, when you make moves like this, you got to figure out we don't want to give up too much. And when you got Giannis in your front court, you definitely need somebody in your back court, whether it's a 2 guard or a point guard. You got to have somebody that can make the tough perimeter shots because you know you can't depend on Giannis. Ain't an inside and outside player. Giannis is mainly an inside player. Yeah, he'll shoot a 3 air once in a while. But what's the percentage of that going in? 20, maybe 30%. Portis, yeah. Portis will give you a little inside-outside game. Bam, same thing that I said about Giannis. I don't even know if Bam's outside game is that much. So, Rev, I don't see this moving the needle in the East to where the Heat is just gonna screw up the top 6 or anything. I mean, maybe if Pat Riley got some more moves in him that we not seeing right now, but like Coach said, with the roster presently constructed, play in at best to me.
So I'm jumping in the car with you guys. It's only a move. Now I will say it's a move the needle for Miami Heat fans because it gives them the illusion that because they have Giannis, one of the best in the league, now they are a championship contender. So it's both for different contexts. A move only for the NBA because they'll make the playoffs because the East is terrible. But unless they improve the guard play, they're not going to be competing for a championship. But for their fans who wanted to see something happen, who got tired of the same edition of the Heat with Tyler Hero and Bam being the main guys, they are under the illusion that this is a move the needle move. So that's how I can go in both directions. We got a few comments right quick. VP said they will have an interesting front court. Bam will move to the 4 down the backcourt. Will need to improve for sure. Bam's still going to be the 5. I think we might see the vision of Jason Kidd back when he was the Milwaukee coach trying to come into fruition here in Miami, where he was trying to teach Giannis how to play point guard. So unless they make some moves where they got a primary ball handler, Giannis might be handling the ball quite a bit. So stay tuned. The president said, Rev, we're in the car together. We're married men. And the best we can do is be like the dog tied up to the tree in front of the yard and go as far as the chain will let us and do nothing but bark. I got you, man. The VP said he thinks the Heat will try to get aggressive in free agent moves. That's his only recourse right now. And with the new rules, you can't be that aggressive. Because they already struggling, as I believe Asa alluded to, trying to keep Norman Powell.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have enough money to keep him. They're trying to find a way to at least put another shooter on the team.
You might want to keep him because they lose Norman Powell, man. You really seeing that.
The problem is the only way they can keep him is they give him a cut. And I don't know if he's agreeing to a cut after his best season in the NBA. So
right. My best season, and y'all want me to take a pay cut to play with Giannis?
I just thought about something that might be at play here with the Godfather not being able to get guys to come over, and with Spoelstra. They might have an old school way of thinking about how to play ball with this new way of the 3-and-D and shooting the 3. And he might be more of a 2-point type of, coaching and GM or whatnot. And so with that new way of thinking, or that old way of thinking, maybe turning guys off that want to come down there, regardless of the championships that he's gotten. I think he might be stuck in an old way of thinking as far as basketball moves. As basketball is played nowadays.
So I'm gonna get in the back seat of the car with you on that point. You're talking about play. I'm gonna talk about old school culture. And I think what is not helping the Miami Heat with a lot of the newer superstars, younger superstars, is the backlash that came when LeBron left the Miami Heat. One of the reasons why he left was because Pat Riley, in his mind, was too old school. And ever since LeBron left, you have not seen a top-notch free agent sign with the Miami Heat.
Correct.
It just so happened Giannis was trying to find a way out, and he found a way out, and I guess he kind of concocted in his mind, since he's a family man, I'd rather enjoy my family in the sun rather than the snow, and then not have to pay state taxes since I'm in a different tax bracket. That makes a whole lot of sense. But, Pat Riley's style maybe antiquated now with this newer generation of NBA players. The VP said if Wemby played more like Greek Freak, we will have a different finals outcome. I'm looking forward to see what moves are made in the next couple of years. It's a long-term play. So the VP's arguing that the trade is a move the needle type trade for time to come. So as Coach would say, stay tuned.
Which is fine with that thought process, but you only got 1 year with Giannis then. You might be giving him 3 years, but Giannis is what, 32?
Yeah, wait.
Everybody's not LeBron, right? Everybody's not Tom Brady. Everybody's not some of these players that play a long time. He really realistically has 1 to 2 years at a peak. So are you going to waste this year?
I'll give him max 3 to 4. Now, with his recent injury history, you can make a good argument to what you're saying, 1 to 2, because he has been very injury prone these past 2 years. So,
and without having a full team together, now you asking him to do a whole lot more.
Yeah.
On that said body that might be sliding down a little. I mean, through history, Father Time is undefeated, right? Like I said, LeBron's an outlier, Tom Brady's an outlier. But for most individuals, you get to a certain age, you start sliding, regardless of what you're doing. When I get done here, I'm gonna go and do 4 to 5 miles running. My 4 or 5 miles today is not going to be my 4 or 5 miles from yesterday. You know what I mean? You slide. So with the move, if everything goes right for the Heat and they do what they want to have done and get what they want to get in here, you're talking 1 or 2 years with Giannis. Maybe is that 1 or 2 years worth gutting the whole team, not having no picks for the next 5 years? I just don't see it. I don't like when teams, no matter who they are, give up a whole lot of their future for the now.
The president said the Greek Freak is 31. So does that change you?
Nah, it adds on 31, 32. So you're saying 3 years? You got to get a ring before he's 34. We know this year's out. So you know this year's out. Next year, maybe. So 33, 34? When you get a ring,
they will do something fast, yeah.
I'm saying, and that's not counting. Okay, the Knicks got 2 more years at least, right? Boston got 2 more years. I'm high on the Hawks because I got to win this bet against Coach.
The East is wide. The East is wide open for the Heat to be just, heavy on one side. I mean, a lot of these other teams are kind of more balanced, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's help the Heat come closer to be a championship contender by answering Armani's question. His question is this: any suggestions on who would be a good fit for PG for the Miami Heat?
Very, very limited.
Now, and Coach, that's a good point. It's limited because let's keep in mind salary issue.
Yeah.
And most owners are staying away from the second apron. Matter of fact, Jim Dolan made it clear, I won a championship, but the second apron is out of the question. Yeah, he just made record money with the Knicks in the NBA Finals.
And he can afford to go into it because they sell out regardless of they've been selling out for 50 some odd years with no championships. So he can afford to go into it, and he refuses to.
Think about the merchandise that's being sold. Is outside. It's probably like we've never seen in our lifetime right now.
Anything orange and blue is out the door.
Yeah.
It's getting bought.
Go ahead, Ray.
Coach, go back. I'm sorry for interrupting. You said their options are limited. So who you got for them?
Listen to the number. Listen to the free agents that might be out there. James Harden, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, Trey Jones.
Hold on, Coach. Hold on, rewind. Hold on. Did I hear Coach put Russell Westbrook in a shame type of context?
No, it's not a shame. It's not a shame thing.
I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking with you. I just had to do that, Coach, for how long you have written with Russell Westbrook on this show. So that's why I had to just dig that.
Hey, real. I thought coach's eyes were gonna light up when he said Westbrook. Oh, and Russell Westbrook. Oh, Rev, I got one right here.
I got to make a phone call to Pennsylvania. Let me call my sister, Dr. Val, and ask her and talk to her for a minute. Give her some comments. No, those guys are salaried butchers. They got salary.
Russ is no longer a salary butcher. Russ is no longer a salary butcher.
Yeah.
But he ain't a true point guard.
Yeah,
that's what they got to really. I know they can look at some younger guys, but those guys are what they like to call grizzled veterans who are out there who they might possibly look at. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. he with the Bucks. Kevin Porter staying with the Bucks, so he ain't there for him.
Most of your top end point guards are staying with their teams because of what you just mentioned, Rev, the salary cap, the money. Yeah. They're staying with their teams. Their teams are already signed them. So you're going to wind up with, just say, point guards. You're going to wind up with old guys, though. The Kyle Lowrys, the guys like that. They're only there for 1 year. They're there to get a check. So you still ain't built no team.
The one I would say he just retired, and that's Mike Conley. Because I mean, now somebody just talked about. I would have said Winston. I would have said Trae Young if he hadn't signed his extension, but they couldn't sign him to the kind of money that Trae was going to get. Even if he didn't sign the extension, they couldn't sign him because they can't add somebody else that's $40 million.
Yep.
Or you can't have in this new NBA. And Adam Silver basically has got the NBA now to where he wants it. He wants it to be like the NFL, where everybody can come into the season with a legitimate chance. So now those superpower teams that we've been accustomed to, there'll probably be no more, right? Because when we were younger, they had super teams better than what y'all talked about with LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh, because we grew up to Bird, Dennis Johnson, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. That's 4 Hall of Famers right there on one team. We grew up to Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Michael Cooper. That's 4 Hall of Famers right there. So those days are over. So now GMs are going to have to make their money because they just really can't outspend anymore, and then they're going to have to draft well.
Mm-hmm. So if you riding with Bam and Giannis, those your money guys. So now Pat Riley, I think this is what might happen, though. This is what might happen, what teams might start doing. They may start trading for rookie salaries during the season and giving up a lot to insert that second and a half star player, third type player, because their salaries are lower. So like teams might start trying to throw big time offers of draft picks to a guy that might be on a team that they won't be doing anything for 3 to 4 years and say, let me get that draft pick that guy right there who can help our team now. And we'll give y'all a lot of offers to offset that. Well, the Heat got to do that though, because the Heat already gave up most of their draft picks to get Giannis.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. Now you're right about the Heat. I was speaking just in general.
The general, okay.
Yeah. But the Heat can't do that because you're right. They gave up all their picks. They have no more draft collateral, none whatsoever.
Till I'm in my 60s. I'm not for one guy. I just don't like when no team, whether it be baseball. Well, It depends on where you at. If you're one guy away from getting a championship, then you know what? I don't mind going ahead and going all in for that championship. I don't want to
I
be
mean,
like I don't want to get caught like Red. I don't want to get caught like Red talking about I don't want to see that, and then 2 minutes later I'm doing that. If you're one player away from a championship, I don't mind quote unquote selling the near future for that one player to win a championship. Because I believe championship.
To your point, this would have made the trade a move the needle trade if they were able to keep Tyler Hero.
Yeah,
You put Hero, Giannis, and Bam together, you working with something. But when you got to include Tyler Hero in the trade, that lessens the level that trade can really go to. Red, last word. I know you want to say something before we move to next.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody pretty much made some good points. I agree pretty much from the basis of everybody's argument, because pretty much the NBA is saying we are going to a parity. And it's probably most NBA teams, it would suit you best to have like a big money front court guy and a big money back court guy going forward. I mean, you can't be top heavy on one side of the ball if you're building your team the right way. You can't have 2 and 3 big money front court guys, and then you know what I'm saying. Then you try to look for a back court guy, you can't afford it. But you can't have big money back court guys and then your front court be weak. So these NBA GMs, you're gonna have to start to get creative. You're gonna have to start to get balanced with the way you're building these teams and the way you're spending your money.
To be honest with you, Red and Rev, you made a point. The NBA is becoming an NFL, into which you got to have a quarterback in the NFL. It's almost to the point in the NBA you got to have, to your point, Red, if not a point guard, then a dominant big. You got to have one of the two.
Yeah.
And so
I think you need to have both. You got to have one. You got to have somebody in your front court that can make baskets, and you got to have somebody in your back court that can make baskets.
All right.
To your point, you're right. To your point, but I'd rather have two. I'd rather have my back court be lopsided than my front court be locked. Just the way the game is played now, I'd rather have shooters and some back court and get to the rim than the other way around. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about what Asa just said. Hold on, Red. Coach been trying to get in. Go ahead, Coach. Real quick.
Yeah, y'all two saying all that, but I mean, it's a name that out there that I think the Heat can possibly lure away, but he just came off an injury. Do they want to pay him that kind of money? And that's Fred VanVleet. VanVleet is out there if they want to get him. If they want to pay him that money coming off. Yeah, for coming off that ACL injury.
Yeah, VanVleet was already devoid of speed. So you're coming off that injury. I don't know if that's a good investment. If he's 5, 10, 15 million, that's something to think about. But not at his current salary. Nah.
He almost 30.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Well, beggars better be smart too. You don't get caught with a lemon, the player who's the lemon version of himself. So I mean, he was already devoid of speed. Now you talking about he's probably even slower now. Nah, I'm good. All right, let's move on real quickly.
Beggars can't be boneheads.
Winston said this, Red, you just explained why the Lakers won't win. Too much money in a backcourt that can't defend. I guess no comment. Let's move on.
No, you're right. They can't defend across the board, though.
Right.
Let's move on.
Move on.
Let's move on. We're going to go. Hold on. Let's move on real quickly. Melo to Minnesota. Is that a move? Is that a move? Or a move the need a move? What you got? Melo to Minnesota. Let's go with you, Red.
Move.
Oh, okay. Y'all want me to start this off? This is a move the needle move. And I'll tell you why. for all those Hawks fans that possibly want Ant-Man in Atlanta, this might move the needle right here because I honestly don't see this working out. I honestly do not see this working out. I know Ant-Man probably told the front office that you need to get Randall up out of there because he can't work with him. And I know Randall right now is probably regretting Towns moving on. But Ant-Man and LaMelo Ball, two guys who, to me, kind of play similar games. I mean, they both very athletic. They both dominate the ball, need the ball in their hands. I mean, they both, get very high flying moments when they go in dunking. Both can shoot the three pretty accurately. To me, they both similar type players. So, I mean, and then top of that, I didn't even know Charlotte was looking to move Melo Ball after the season they just had. I would think Charlotte would have built on that, but like you say, I mean, you did give Ant-Man something, but how is it gonna work out? That definitely remains to be seen. To me, Rev, it's kind of like if you had if the Lakers had traded for Tracy McGrady while Kobe was in his prime. That's the equivalent of what this trade looked like to me. I mean, two similar players on the same team. And we just got finished talking about how top heavy the Heat is in the front court. Now we got these two guys top heavy in the back court. And of course, you had to give away Naz Reid. You gave away Randall. You got Gobert there, and everybody know how limited he is in strength and points. So, I mean, when you got rid of, to me, your physicality of the team, and then your IQ of the team with Mike Conley, because I'm not sure if he's coming back or not. I'm just not, and Ace and Coach, I'm just not sure this made the Timberwolves a better team. It probably made them more exciting. Probably got the Minnesota, like Rev, you say the Minnesota fans is probably moving the needle for them. Woo, we got ball! We got Ant-Man and ball. But when you take a step back and just look at the big picture and how this is going to help Minnesota win a championship going forward, I just don't see it. I could be wrong. But to me, Asa, Coach, and Rev, this might increases Ant-Man possibility of asking out sooner rather than later.
All right. While Coach's internet is 5 toes down now, let's get his comment real quickly. What you got for us, Coach?
It's more of a move. Wait a minute, did you say 5 toes down?
Yeah. I thought it was 3 toes. I thought it was 3 toes when you had the freeze frame when you first came on. Go ahead, Coach.
I still think they're a player or two missing in Minnesota. It's something missing there. Now, Melo brings something to the game, but losing Naz Reid and Randall in that front court, I don't like that because I don't trust Rudy Gobert as far as I can throw him, as far as being able to hold up among the stretch in some of those games. He good to block a shot or two, but I would have given him away as far as opposed to those other two. So I think it's a move. We'll see if it's gonna help. We'll see if they can beat the Hawks. My bad. I ain't saying nothing about the Hawks. My bad. Ace.
All right, Ace, you got it, man. You can retort just a second. Just give us first a move or move the needle, and then in your pontificating, you can go ahead.
I got you. Hey, it's a couple of things, right? But the first thing is this lets you know how important it is to get over the hump when you have that window open. So for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's a 3rd year in a row and make it to the Western Conference Finals. Couldn't do it.
Hold up, Ace. I got to mute you, man. We can't have you pull a Coach. Is it a move or move the needle?
I said it was a move. I said it was a move.
Well, you said it was a couple of things.
But initially it's a move. It doesn't move the needle.
All right, now continue.
And the reason why it's a move is because this is a prime example of when you have your window to make a championship and you don't make it, you got to make moves that you don't want to make. And this is it. 3 years in a row or 2 years in a row for sure. Make it to the Western Conference Finals. Couldn't get over the hump. they got to make changes. This goes back to your point, Rev, about now GM got to stay within that bracket, right? And owners got to stay within those money brackets. So some of this offloading of players, I wouldn't have gotten rid of Reed or Randall, but you almost got to, right? If you want to stay within that bracket, money bracket. And so that's that. And so they're a playoff team, a bottom six, at 6 at the most now. They'll go from 2 or 3 down to 6, but they're no longer a championship contending team. And these are the moves that you have to make if you want to stay in that apron. And so, to your point, Red, maybe not the Hawks, but I think somebody might go after Ant-Man now, right? Because now the Timberwolves will be in a rebuild mode, thinking real sooner than later now. And so, maybe not the Hawks, but somebody will go after Ant.
Or I hope
Ant want to get out of there. You know what I mean? One of the two.
But I think Asa, he'll say he wants to go to the. I think if he leave Minnesota, I think he actually wants to come back home. That's what I personally believe.
And coach, get whatever we betted on. It wasn't money. It was about, I think you on 75 or something or whatever. But just get ready for that, because the Hawks are going to get to a championship before the Timberwolves. So I'm guaranteed on that.
Especially if we get Ant-Man.
You are not getting Ant-Man, because I'm gonna send his baby mama to Atlanta. He ain't gonna want to come here. He gonna run.
Amani said, "I love the move for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Charlotte, a dumpster fire organization." The VP said, "If they don't develop some chemistry real quick, Ant-Man will act out real quick." Winston said, "Randall was trash when they needed him anyways. Minnesota will be fine. Daniels will be back healthy next season. You'll most likely see a 3-guard set like the Knicks with Ant, Melo, and Dosunmu, who they just signed an extension to."
That's true. Okay.
The VP said maybe that was the Wolves organization intent all along. Time will tell. We will revisit this convo in a few years. Now, let me just interject. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribbled up and down the court, as Curtis Blow said. What Charlotte did was probably a smart move. And this is why I say that. We know the expression, strike while the iron is hot. This is the hottest LaMelo will probably be in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Hot because he was healthy. Hot because they were able to manage somewhat his attitude. Because let's not forget, this past season, he and the coach had some major issues. Let's be clear. And then all of a sudden, they hit the go button toward the end of the season, which allowed them to play, make that playoff run.
And they're young.
They clearly want to change the face to the team to not an urban face that Charlotte wanted, because LaMelo is mixed, but he has got black in him. But they're turning this team over to Constantinople. That's clear. And so now they're saying, let's let Con have the freedom to be the leader who we think he's going to be without the uncertainty of LaMelo Ball's emotions. So for Charlotte, this was a move the needle for a culture change. Not a championship contender, but a culture change that centers around Knoepel and Brandon. What's his last name?
Yeah, young
Miller.
Out of Alabama. Miller out of Alabama. And he got to fly right anyway for what he left.
Yeah,
when he left Alabama for all was going on when he left. Yeah.
So they don't need LaMelo to be a negative influence for sure. For Minnesota, I think someone who has an entertainment background should be salivating to try to get a reality show on LaMelo and Ant-Man. That's must-see TV, to see what that relationship is going to look like, because it can be great if they're winning, It can be terrible. I can see a headline where Ant-Man literally punches LaMelo. I can see that coming down.
What I said? So y'all all on the bandwagon with me, because this is what I'm talking about.
I can definitely see a headline.
Do you see a championship
LaMelo
though?
pass the ball.
Nope. Mason ain't
so-
winning no championship.
So we're gonna see LaMelo if LaMelo has grown, because this is Ant-Man's team. Period. LaMelo, you making good money, but this is Ant-Man's team. He's arguably right now the second best Timberwolf ever to play in a Minnesota Timberwolves jersey behind Kevin Garnett.
We're on that. Yep.
All right.
Look,
So
man,
now,
I don't know.
so
I
now
don't know.
we're going to see
Go ahead.
if LaMelo can be humble. Because if he doesn't, we might see Southwest Atlanta come out of Ant-Man. And it might be in a physical fashion.
Rev, do you see a championship? Now,
Not-
granted, you
not-
see the
not currently
headlines.
constructed.
The headlines are there. You see, I'm there with you. I'm there with you with the Must TV, but I don't see a championship move. So when you made the point earlier about growing up in the Lakers and we had the Lakers, we had the Celtics, we had the Bulls, the Pistons, then we had the Bulls. What you don't say is there were other teams trying to keep up money wise. So you had the Milwaukee Bucks with the Twin Towers and those guys. You had Cleveland.
You talking about the
That
Rockets?
were no.
The Rockets.
In Milwaukee, in those days with the Celtics, you had the Twin Towers and I'll get to the Rockets too. But in the East,
No,
they had
no Twin Towers in Milwaukee.
Yeah, they had the.
You talking about Sidney Moncrief, Marcus Johnson, Terry Cummings,
and the two tall white boys that they had. I know
you talking about Randy Brewer and
yeah.
Call them Twin Towers, man. Man, we gotta boot you off. We gotta move him off the show for that comment.
Oh my
Nice,
God.
so you going, man?
I know, but what?
Twin Towers.
Those-
I ain't know where Ace was going with this.
No, what I'm trying to say is, yes, we had the top end dynasties, right? NBA East and West, but it made the owners for those lower teams to try to keep up.
Right.
Just the way it's set up now is everybody's the same, and so to your point about the GMs having to make the picks and things of that nature is true. And so I don't see you if you don't have a point guard, and I don't see you if you don't have a big man, or you got to double up on the bigs or double up on the backcourt. I just don't see it. I don't see it winning. And so
here's the question. So y'all basically saying Rudy Gobert is non-existent anymore.
Rudy Yogurt.
Where are we with Rudy?
Rudy is there for two people. He is there for Yoke and he is there for Wemby.
Yeah. And
Man.
see that's what Minnesota is banking on, because they believe they have enough down low with Rudy. They believe they have better guard play now collectively with Ant-Man and Melo now. That is a better combination with Shea and whoever is Shea's running mate in OKC. And they probably believe in their mind Melo and Ant-Man are better than Castle and Harper, or Castle and Fox, or Fox and Harper. That's what Minnesota is banking on. So they think that they made a move that can compete with OKC and San Antonio. I think depth's going to become a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And Rudy Gobert, he's going to have to score. Like the thing that they're missing by getting rid of Naj Reed or Randall is the fact that they have shooting ability.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're going to put more pressure on Ant-Man and Melo. The off defenses are going to extend their defense because they have no threat of the stretch four anymore. And they're going to say, hey, feed Rudy Gobert. He ain't got no post moves.
Nope.
He's not going to hurt.
whatsoever.
Go ahead, Red.
Yeah, man. Look, this reminds me of a time, Coach Asa, Rev, you may not get this, but you'll probably understand it. This reminds me of a time where Stallone teamed up with Kurt Russell for Tango and Cash. And they thought putting them two big names together was going to create Hollywood magic. No, it really didn't. And
It was just names.
Stallone just said, no, instead of just giving me one star, I'll just create the Expendables where I can have a cast of stars. I can have a whole team of stars. And I think that worked out a little bit better. So putting these two stars together and distracting the whole team, which Minnesota had, I think, like I said, I think that's going to hurt them. I think it's going to do the opposite of what they're thinking. And eventually it's going to lead to Ant-Man asking out. And all I got to say, Onzy, Hawks, be ready. Get your draft picks ready. Get your players ready. Because he's going to be wanting to come home soon.
Yeah. The law of nature is against Minnesota too. Like I said, making 2 or 3 straight Western Conference Finals, the law of nature is against you, right? At some point, either you get over the hump or you regress. And right. I see them regressing before I see them getting over the hump with this move. And so
they don't got rid of they had a chance with Towns and Ant-Man. That didn't work, or I guess they didn't give it time to work. Then you try Randall and Ant-Man. That didn't work. And Ant-Man didn't want to get that time to work. And now you got Ball over here. Like you say, to me, he's going backwards.
All right, let's go real quickly to these comments. Then we're going to interject halftime. And after halftime, we'll come back with the NBA draft because we've gone 90 minutes already. So this NBA talk is really hot right now. All right. So VP said Ant-Man and ATL is like a fat kid in unmonitored can store. Being home for Ant would be a detriment to his finances. Armani said 2 bullheads on the same team might not work. I don't know if Melo will bow down to being Robin. That time will tell. We'll come right back with some more NBA talk. Hopefully you enjoyed the first half of the Red and Rev Sports Show along with Coach and Asa. We'll be right back for the second half. Stay tuned. Muted. We're back for the second half of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Hopefully you have enjoyed the show so far. We have been very much NBA heavy, for there's been a lot that's been going down in the association, and we're going to go right back to some more talk about the association. Real quickly before we go to the draft, Red, Your boys, who you're not representing today, made a move with Austin Rivers, signing Austin Rivers to a gigantic contract. Was that just a move or move the needle? Austin Reeves being signed to that kind of money.
I got to be honest. It was just a move. Can't say it was a move the needle type because he's been there already. And last few playoffs rounds, he hadn't been moving the needle at all. So it was a move because Luka required us to keep him. But move the needle, no, I'm still waiting for a move the needle type move.
And the point that you're going to have to deal with in LA is just like Minnesota just signed 2 primary ball handlers. You signed 2 guys that are similar in their play, even though Austin is not the player Luka is, but he's Luka-like.
Yeah.
And also they are two defensive liabilities where you put all your money. That's
Can't deny that. Can't deny that.
And that's why really there's no market for LeBron in LA right now.
I mean, not if he's smart. If he's smart, he can go. I mean, that's what I'm saying. LeBron, dude. Why, like you just said, why would LeBron even be wanting to come back to this? If he was smart, he would be trying to go to a team that he feels can win a ring. I mean, add to his. I figure he's trying to add to his legacy if he's gonna keep playing. So go to a team where you feel like you can actually get over the hump.
Let me interject, Red, if you don't mind. You use the word smart. Now, smart is a relative term. There are different types of smarts. Now, you're talking specifically basketball smart.
Yeah.
LeBron is thinking business smart, too. You got to realize he's at the end of his career. He's thinking about what is going to help me for the next chapter. You're thinking about the current chapter, which deals with playing basketball.
Right.
Let's be reminded part of how he's become a billionaire while playing in the NBA is not because of playing in Cleveland. It helped he played in Miami. It's mainly because he was in LA. And LA helps him with his on-the-court profile.
We'll go to the
also
Clippers
for the next chapter of his life where he continues to build his brand in LA. So that's the thing that he's thinking about, not just basketball anymore, because I think he's probably resolved his mind to the fact that his NBA championship days are over unless he just thinks basketball.
Gotcha.
Ooh, Red.
Now,
You
think,
close.
Do you think you got? Oh, my bad, Coach.
Go ahead, Coach.
You close, Red. LeBron is not leaving LA for one reason, and all of you admit it. He know if he leaves and goes to Cleveland, Bronny James' career is over.
He's done.
That's the end of the show.
It's the Giannis factor. It's the Giannis factor.
It's over.
Listen, they may cut Bronny. They may cut Bronny in training camp.
Before he gets training camp, they're gonna call him and say, "Bronny, you don't need to report, dude. You just stay at home.
Yeah.
We'll send you your check."
It's over.
Real. They're gonna tell Bronny, "We'll send you your check, man." They say, "We'll send you your check. You ain't gotta show up."
See, and this is where that whole thing called boomerang comes back to get you. Because LeBron held many franchises hostage, rightfully so. He had a right to do some of the stuff he did, right? Because he wanted to make sure he was in control of his own future, especially how the first rendition of Cleveland screwed him in a lot of different ways. And I'm not going to go through all of what they did, especially with Carlos Boozer. It started with Carlos Boozer, letting him out of his contract. But that's another story for another day. But now LeBron is about to feel the heat, and teams like LA, they're salivating because LeBron forced them to bring in Russell Westbrook, which did not pan out. He forced them to draft his son. and give him a 4-year guaranteed contract at $4 million per year. So Jenny Buss is not in any rush, and the new management for that or ownership, they're not in any rush to satisfy LeBron, especially since he was under their control for most of his time in LA. So now the boomerang effect is getting LeBron now. And if LeBron wants to stay in LA, he's going to take a lot less money.
Go to the Clippers.
Nah, bro. if
same building.
Well, no, they got a new arena now.
All right, they got their own spot. You're right. Oh well, they in LA.
The president said Bronny won't even get directions to train. Now, Wesley said Bronny outplayed Ricochet the last month of the season and the playoffs. Lakers aren't going to cut him. Now, where did Bronny outplay Ricochet?
That's gonna be your measuring stick.
Like you must have played that on NBA 2K25 because they could have only played in the playoffs in the NBA championship. And the last time I checked, the Hawks and the Lakers didn't make it. Winston, come on now, you better than that, Winston. What's going on, bro? This we talking real life, not NBA 2K. All right, this real life.
Oh my God. I think that was an attempt at some Hawks hating real, but I guess it came off the wrong way.
Oh, okay. See,
yeah, he was trying to say numbers wise. Bronny had better numbers than Richardson. Yeah. We with you. It don't matter. We with you, but it's so
you can't make those kind of moves, man. You can't. They're different contexts, man. You can't like Bronny playing not even a starter most of the time. You know, Ricochet playing actual minutes, actual relevant minutes. You know, Bronny coming in and mop up duty, and he may get some extended time if there are injuries, if somebody's on load management like his dad. So you can't make those kind of comparisons, man. But I appreciate you talking the numbers. And Asa, thank you for being his interpreter, because that didn't.
I know what he was trying to say, but I know it wasn't landing either. I'm with you. All right, let's go.
LeBron fans, I tell you what.
Let's go to this NBA draft. NBA draft recap. AJ DeBonster, #1 pick for the Washington Wizards. Then you got Darren Peterson, went to Utah Jazz. #2, Cameron Boozer. #3, Minnesota, Caleb Wilson. #4, to the Chicago Bulls. And then that's when everything began to shift. And ultimately, Flemings came to the Hawks at #8. So what I would say is you all's opinion about the draft. Who do you think knocked the draft out of the box? Who do you think left the draft with question marks? I'm going to start with you, Coach. What you got, Coach?
As I said on the Sports Round, the Brooklyn Nets are, I'm going to use our money's favorite word, the Brooklyn Nets are a poverty franchise. How do you pass up on Darius Acuff Jr. right there in your lap? He's right there for you. Come get me, and you don't get him. I know they've been talking about his defense, but Brooklyn, y'all don't have defense. Y'all don't have offense. Y'all don't have attendance. Y'all don't have concession stand. Y'all don't have nothing. And y'all need a spark to get you over, and you pass up on him and let him get away, and you're going to pay for that. Now, what I did like, though, the Hawks were one of them, and there was a couple other teams that got some late steals in the second round, some guys who they thought might have been in that first round area. In that second round, some teams got some players who are might be pretty decent and help off the bench in the second round. So, but that was my main observation, passing up on Acuff.
Now you get where you get more. You said the Nets are poverty con.
Yes.
Now let's not forget, Coach. They did draft a ball handler last year, in the Frenchman Traore, who's projected to be Nolan Traore, who's projected to be a solid basketball player. And then they also got Edgar Demin, who's a ball handler too. So they got a lot of A-Cuff-like guys in the 2025 draft. So I thought you probably had a stronger point in making the case for a poverty-stricken franchise if you had mentioned the Sacramento Kings.
Well, we know
Because
that for a fact.
A-Cuff was right there for the Sacramento Kings.
And they got him.
Did they get him?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right. Excuse Rev. I just wasted 2 minutes. Forgive me. Sorry about that. That's my bad. My bad. Yeah. Let me go back to. I still stand by the Nets already made their picks in 25.
Right.
So that's probably why they stayed away from them. Red, your thoughts?
I mean, now for the Hawks, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love the Hawks draft. I mean,
Come on aboard with your boy.
oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Honesty. Yeah. I'm with Honesty. But yeah, the first two guys. Well, I wasn't sure about the second guy, but once you got the third guy the day later, then I had to think, okay, that second guy really gonna help us now. Now that we got that big man, we could use him at the 4. We could probably use him at the 3. Yeah, so if we go small, we can still use them. And at the 5, it just depends. I got to see him on the court, but I'm hearing good things about that guy, Zook. Kingston Flemings, he was my guy if we didn't get A-Cuff. I'm surprised he was there, but man, good move to get Kingston. And then the kid from North Carolina, Coach can probably tell me a little bit more about him, but Henri Vazar from North Carolina, definitely
Solid pick.
Yeah, solid pick, especially
Supposed to be a first rounder.
Yeah, exactly.
If he had stayed one more year at college, he would have been a first rounder next year.
Well, all right, Queen, you got some coaching to do. Please don't ruin the guy. Come on, Arnz gave you some pieces now, baby. But the first pick, I want to talk about the top of the draft. I am a little shocked that Utah didn't do what they could to get AJ the Bouncer in house. I thought they would probably see if they want to do a trade swap with the Wizards, but I'm just shocked that the Bouncer staying with the Wizards and Peterson is staying with the Jazz. I thought they would switch picks, but we'll see how good AJ the Bouncer is with the Wizards. Because like I say, we all have our issues with Trae Young and his defense and how he's gonna fit with these guys, but we'll see. I mean, but we don't think Anthony Davis gonna offer much. So AJ over there with Alex Sarr and the young shooting guard they have and Trae Young, they definitely got some pieces in Washington. Will they finally make it work in Washington? We shall see. But I definitely thought Utah would do everything they could to get AJ the Bouncer in house. But they went with Peterson, and man, I mean, it seems like Peterson is going to a team with a lot of guys similar to him. I mean, they already got a lot of guys over there that can score and play like him anyway. Isn't that kid they got last year, the kid that didn't want to go there? Isn't he play?
He's a small forward.
Ace Bailey.
Okay.
Ace Bailey. He could play.
And he's light in the tail.
Yeah, I mean, they can coexist. Okay.
Okay.
And
right. I know they got Keontae George, so he's a guard. So
he's more like a point guard. Guard.
All right. So Rev, so you with Peterson in Utah?
Yeah, I think the San Antonio Spurs they broke the mold. So now teams are drafting according to like OKC, who can play 3 guards. You got San Antonio, who can play 3 guards. So I think these teams see OKC and San Antonio as the standard in the West. So they're trying to match what they are doing. And athletic-wise, if Peterson stays healthy, Bailey and Peterson are just as athletic than any combination you put together in San Antonio as well as OKC. The other point I was going to make, though, is you got to remember who leads the Utah Jazz on why they didn't try to move up. That's the Ainge family, Danny Ainge in particular. They believe in acquiring picks, not giving away picks.
Yeah.
And
they'll sit on them picks all day long too,
all
like he did in Boston.
So that's why they were going to sit at 2 regardless, because unless they're number 1, they would have received picks, just like how they fleeced the Sixers when he was with Boston, and how the Sixers moved up to get Folk, and they traded down. They wound up with Jason Tatum, and they got picks to go along with that. That's how Danny Ainge and them roll.
Okay. Well, yeah. If I forgot Angels in charge, so yeah, I should have known Utah weren't gonna. Yeah, they ain't giving up nothing. They ain't selling nothing. You're right. They gonna buy before they.
They're hoarders. They're hoarders.
They're hoarders. Right. No doubt about it. Ace, jump in there, man.
Plus 2 with Utah. To you, Rev, they already had JJ from Memphis, so DeBanster and JJ kind of the same player already.
Right.
Obviously, JJ's older, so they already got him. If you were to go after the Banster, would have been just about making money. You know what I mean? And the crowd want to see him from BYU to Utah, but they already had a guy that's like him. But I like what Utah did in the draft by getting Peterson. So now I think they'll make moves next year as far as being a true play-in team. I won't say they'll be a playoff team, but they might be a true play-in team now with picking up Peterson. So I like their move. I like what San Antonio did. They got a real bruiser now at the power forward. So they take that pressure off of Wemby, so he can be more of a roundabout guy, on the defensive side for sure. And so they've lightened the load on him. And I think with Wemby, they're going to have to lighten that load throughout the season one more year because it's kind of hard to people want to put the weight and muscle on Wemby, but a guy that big, you got to be patient with putting the weight and the muscle on him. Yeah. And so, and there is a limit to how much weight and muscle you can put on him anyway, because he's so big. So them going after getting some extra big help was great. And obviously I'll bring it back home. I like what the Hawks did. I was already with them with the B- with the draft. And I had questions about the 23rd pick, right? Like everybody else did. I wasn't quite sure. I had questions, but I trusted Unsi. So I said, you know what? I'll still give them a B-. But then when they flipped the script in the second round and got a first round pick with the young kid out of North Carolina that gives them size that they needed, a true big, and everybody else now can placate to him when he gets into that rotation. So I like what the Hawks did, especially in the East, in which is a much easier pathway to that championship round.
Now your grade could have easily gone to a C. And the reason why I say that is the Hawks were almost gifted this guy in the second round.
Yeah, they moved up a little bit. Well, one spot up.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Everybody was complaining about what they did, like you at number 23.
Correct.
They got the kid out of St. John's. You know he's gonna be a hard worker. Anybody who plays for Rick Pitino is a hard worker. All right. And he was a solid ball player in the Big East. He's a dog. Now, when you're trying to frame him as a center, that's a hard sell in the NBA. You can do that in college. But in the NBA, he's going to be more like a small forward, power forward, probably more power forward at best. You know, and the thing is, with you having a player like a Jalen Johnson, then you can slide Jalen to the 3 and let this kid play the 4 if need be. So the Hawks addressed their needs. No doubt they needed a point guard. They needed a center. They got, because I would have been hot if they went and got that dude Mara. where they got Flemings. Because I don't believe in that kid Mara from Michigan. I think he and the guy from North Carolina are basically the same guy. Mara may just have maybe, I'll give him a step ahead of the kid from North Carolina. Now, before I turn over Asa, because Asa was about to chime in, Coach, you're the North Carolina guy on the panel. You got to give us some inside information on Henri Versar. Who is he? How do you think he can help the Hawks?
He's gonna be a decent rim protector. He's gonna patrol down at the bottom of that paint area, and plus he's one of those Wemby clones who will step out and shoot a three with some success. I think he was like 35-40% from the 3-point line. So an asset, that's for sure, that they need in the post. I can tell you that right now. He's relentless on those boards. He's almost like the old Eric Montrose, Tyler Hansborough kind of guys who would just go dog crazy under the board and trying to get the rebound. He ain't there yet. He getting there. He got to get it up because he shoots threes, but he's relentless under those boards, so he's gonna help.
All right, now you use the word help. I need to ask what kind of help. Is he present help or future day help? Present day help, meaning he can be on the floor and make some noise this season, or is he future help?
And he's not asked to score. So he's going to help on defensive end. He's for sure. He can score, but it's not going to be imperative that he lead the team in scoring. His thing is more defensive end than anything else.
I don't think your hamster allowing you to hear my question. My question is he present help, meaning can he help the Hawks today, this season, or is he future help?
Future.
All right. So
not too long.
Like, give me a time frame. 3 years?
No. It's gonna be quicker than that.
So you're saying in the 27-28 season, that's when you'll see the fruit of this pick?
Yep.
Okay. How y'all feel about that, Asa?
Rev, I will. Coach, what was the head coach name last? They got Mike Malone now, but
Hubert
what was
Davis.
the coach's? This is an indictment. Well, this will help individuals understand why Hubert Davis is no longer there. Because North Carolina got 2 guys that go in the first round, the kid in Chicago, and then or second round. But the two high profile guys that go early. Chicago got the first guy, and then the Hawks got old boy now in the second round, who probably would have been a first round pick if he waited one more year. But Hubert Davis had all these guys in North Carolina and did nothing with them. The reason why
I gotta pause you right there.
The reason why we question the young man to Atlanta now is because of Hubert Davis.
Hold on, Ace. We gotta remember now. We gotta remember he did not finish the season with Caleb Wilson. Let's be reminded that Caleb Wilson missed the last portion of the season. So it could be that if Caleb Wilson had not injured his arm, Hubert Davis most likely would still be the head coach. At North Carolina. So that's the only reason why I can't let you continue on, because Caleb Wilson, who went number 4 to Chicago, who was killing the game, he would have been a first-team All-American, no doubt, did not finish the season. He didn't play in the ACC tournament. And the thing that did Hubert Davis in is because they had that big lead in the first round, and they lost in the first round to an inferior opponent. That's how. But if Caleb were there, then your argument is strong in terms of that. But Caleb didn't play.
And you said he had all those players, but you only named 2.
All you need is 2 in the NCAA anyway. All you need is 2. Every year.
If you're talking 2 pros, Coach, if you got 2 pros, you should be making some noise. Yeah. And Caleb Wilson was a stud, right? So one stud should be able to move the needle in college basketball.
Basketball, yep.
Go ahead,
That's
Red.
the buzzword for the day. Move the needle. I like that.
Now y'all make sure you give us credit on the Sports Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We definitely make sure they will.
Hey, Rev, everybody go pat in that little phrase. Move the needle. What I was gonna say, I was gonna ask Asa. Now with the addition of Henry, do we? I know you definitely agree that we signed Landale back, but do we get rid of OO now?
Do we what now?
Ooh.
Do we trade OO now? Double O.
Somebody got to go.
Well, the problem is you just signed him to an extension last year. So I think right now he fits. What I do believe can happen is if they go for a star, then you use him as trade collateral along with maybe another player or two.
That's what I'm about to say. The Hawks are in need of a star now. And so somebody got to go. The Hawks are one player away from making a strong case for an Eastern Conference final run. They're one player away.
If they could make a package for like a Jaylen Brown, right? So I think the Celtics could use a player like, what's his name? Double O. I think they could probably get the guy we signed from Minnesota if you got to include him in a package.
Package, yeah.
You know, even though I don't want to let him go, but you got to match the salaries.
I'd rather him go out west too. I'd rather them go out west than to say. I mean, if you got to work with Boston, you got to work with him. But
if I get Jaylen Brown, give me Jaylen Brown. I'm not fearing what they're gonna do in Boston if I got Jaylen Brown to go with Jalen Johnson, and then if Flemings becomes who we think he may become, I can care less what Boston does.
Yeah.
You know, because they're nothing but ancillary pieces. You know, I'm looking at the core because you need Jaylen Brown to solidify having another bona fide scorer. Like I saw enough from Jalen Johnson to know I never see Jalen Johnson being Batman in Atlanta. He doesn't have the mentality.
Yeah.
He needs somebody who can lead him. And I think he would respect somebody like a Jaylen Brown. So I think Jalen is the perfect fit for the Atlanta Hawks. He needs somebody who's vocal. Because we see what non-vocal leadership will get you. Go see the LA Clippers.
Yeah.
All them non-vocal leaders like James Harden, Kawhi, Leonard, Paul George, and they bombed. So I think Jaylen Brown is what the doctor is calling for in Atlanta because they need a leader. And plus, let's take it off the court. Jaylen Brown is about that social justice life, right? Ain't nothing better than to have a basketball player who's in an urban context who can not only ball out, but speak truth to power in Atlanta.
Rev, he's from Atlanta.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
I wasn't a Jaylen Brown fan for a couple of years as far as coming to Atlanta, but the moves that the Hawks have made now, he now fits. You know what I mean? But we were screaming about Jalen coming a couple of years ago, and I was like, he doesn't fit, but he fits now. So and like I said, they're one play away, and Jalen also gives that star power. To your point about Rev, to your point about off the court and all that, he's a star power, right? Hometown boy, but he gives the league would take notice of him being here. So it checks all the boxes off, and we're set up to make that one move. It may happen this year. I don't know. I mean, the way the Celtics are trying to get rid of him.
They happen this week.
I don't think he'll come in. I think what happened is he'll wind up going to Portland, and then midway through the season or the first of next season, the Hawks will go get him?
Well, I don't know because Portland got a good nucleus. Remember, they were a playoff team last year. They got Abijah, the dude from Israel. I mispronounced his name. So they add Jaylen Brown with him. They improved their status in the West. So I don't know if we want to risk him going to Portland.
Portland, he might not come back right
to Atlanta. And plus, I don't think Portland's going to give up all these assets just to trade him. Because that's the thing you got to take into
Boston. Yeah.
To get them. So if you're going to get them, you got to go get them yourself. Don't wait to NBA trade deadline deal. That ain't
around over there.
Yeah, because whoever's getting them, unless this thing just totally collapsed, they get them with the intention on improving their team to be either a playoff contender or an NBA championship contender.
Yeah. But Portland, what they cheap on, I don't see them making any moves that's gonna move the needle because that owner, all he's trying to do is save money right now. So he if anything, he's about to start losing players.
Well, I'm still surprised that Boston wants to get rid of him. Like, I don't understand why Boston wants to put him up on the market.
Hey, we don't have to understand. We just got to make a move, Anzi. And I want to appreciate you. Thank you and Red because I brought up that point just so I can. You and Red could give me the analysis you gave me. That's why I love you guys. You guys, my NBA guru.
So I'm gonna say this, and I think it's already been chronicled why Boston is in a bad situation. Jaylen, as much as you may like him being outspoken, sometimes he needs a filter. And you got to be careful what you say. It's difficult as Boston as being a part of Boston management when you hear one of your star players say, "This was my favorite season," knowing that my other star player who we paying a boatload of money to missed 75% of the season. And on top of that, while he was there, they won an NBA championship. So you mean to tell me your favorite year is when we don't win the championship because you were the lead guy versus when we won the championship and you won the NBA Finals MVP?
Now, Red, was that like a Kobe-like calculated move right there? If that was a calculated move,
that's definitely from the school of Kobe Bryant. That's definitely from the school of Kobe.
But I think he was being honest, though, right? I don't think he was. I don't think he was making. He wasn't making any of that.
I think he's saying he want to go.
Somebody said it this way: "There's nothing wrong with telling the truth, but sometimes it's wrong to tell the truth at the wrong time."
Time too, yeah.
And you don't say that kind of truth when you know your comments go viral.
Yeah.
And how can Jason Tatum, even though the good thing about Tatum is he doesn't speak that much, right? So you don't really know how he feels, and he'll probably brush it off. He might be one of those passive aggressive type black dudes too. So that might be problematic as well. But it's hard for somebody to think Jason Tatum's going to be cool with hearing that kind of comment. Like, you're rejoicing because I was out.
Yeah.
And you were getting all the shine. So did you really want me to come back?
No.
So
I answered for real. No, he did not want him to come back.
No, he did. Joe Black said, "I think Mara was a perfect fit for OKC." He also said Kingston is a baller too. Watch out for her at Duke. Dante said in Kingston, way more explosive and athletic with a deadly mid-range. Love that pick. He initially said Kingston is exact opposite of Trae Young. He's not a dynamic three-point shooter, but he's a smart three-point shooter. Let's say,
and he come from a good system too. I like what Sampson puts out.
Oh yeah, anybody who plays for Kelvin Sampson, Rick Pitino, you got to really pay attention to them. They come from solid programs. Plus, they can be coached hard. Because you can't play for them not being coached hard.
Correct.
Winston said Damian Lillard comes back next season. I highly doubt Brown is going to Portland. The dark horse is the Jazz with all the guards they have. They don't need them. unless
No.
the Jazz trading Peterson and Bailey, they ain't getting Jaylen Brown. Period. And I don't know if Jaylen Brown gonna be too cool with going to Salt Lake City.
And going back with Ainge.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, he want to come home. This way he want to come to Atlanta. If you had to just pique his brain and say, Jaylen, which team do you really want to go to right now? He probably would say the Hawks. That would be one of the teams he would say.
Now, the only place I don't want to come here, but you got to leave AR alone, though. AR is mine. Like Coach got his, I got mine. You got to leave AR alone.
Who's AR?
Angel Reese, number 5.
How you doing? I left that one alone.
It's time for me to do this show. It's time for me
He can come home, but he got to leave number 5 alone.
Get rid of it.
Lord have mercy. Lord. So
See,
we got now check Ace's wall now. We got to check Ace's wall.
I keep my wall off camera. You know what I mean?
Now, Red gonna have a problem because Red being quiet right now. But when she was drafted, Red had all kind of swimsuit shoot on his phone.
She got the wrong Brown, Rev. She got to come with Asa Brown. She got the wrong Brown. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Hey, Asa, why you joking? That's one of the reasons he don't mind coming back home. I'm telling you. I'm saying you want to come here. He tired of Boston. The man want to come home. Honestly, make it happen, man. Just don't give up too much now, but make it happen.
All right,
Okay,
Coach.
all
I need
these
you.
guys that
Go
want
ahead,
that
Coach.
shit
Go ahead.
with the Hawks. If they ever came, then the Hawks be good. Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown.
I know.
Next it'll be Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Yeah, everybody want to come to the Hawks, but they ain't there. You got to do something to get them.
Well, Coach, we're talking hypotheticals, and here's the reality. These are realistic hypotheticals because if the Hawks could manage trades for the both of them, those two type players, you see they're similar players.
Yeah.
So that's the type of player that the Hawks are missing.
But you know, Rev, if the Hawks get one of them, it's gonna move the needle.
That's facts. That's facts.
That is the phrase of the day right there, man. Move the needle.
That's facts. All right, Coach, I'm gonna start the Braves report. Depending on how long Red is, I got to get ready to go. I got to be at a meeting at 1:00. So I need you to do 5 for 5. But I'm gonna start Red out with the Braves report. So Red, get ready to do this Braves report, and Coach, you kind of take the lead after I ride out. All right.
Sir.
All right, here we go. The Braves report in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
It's game time. It's GT.
All right, Braves. Let me make this quick and simple. This has been one of the worst weeks of the year. This has been one of the worst months of the year. You talk about a June swoon that can't end too soon. Lord have mercy, man. I don't even know what the June record is. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me we ain't even won 10 games in June. I wouldn't even be surprised. But anyway, the month is almost over. Thank you, Lord. And it's finally seeming like we trying to turn this thing around again. Oh boy, that game we won last night. Talk about a must-need win. And boy, did we do everything we could to give it away, boy. But thankfully, the bullpen held up. But I'm talking about earlier in the week. That series with the Padres was God freaking awful. The absolute worst series of the year. We got swept by the Padres. I mean, blowing lead after lead. Oh, hold on, y'all. Sorry. But
they calling you. The Braves calling you.
And then, Red, what you about to say? Well, you better hear what I'm about to say. I'm going to say the truth. And we get a good pitching matchup in the first game, but we couldn't score. So we lose that 2-1. Then you have a 4-0 lead with J.R. Ritchie. And what does that clown do? Just completely blow the doggone lead. I mean, give it up like it ain't nothing. You blink your eye and it go from 4-0 to 5-4. Then his trash butt back down to Gwinnett. Get on up out of here, boy. Go back down to Bull Durham where you belong. Anyway, and then the third game, I can't even remember what happened in that game, but we lost that. I think that was 7-6. We lost that one. It could have been a Richie game. But anyway, we got swept by the Padres, okay? And the Braves don't play well at Petco Park anyway. But anyway, this was the wrong time to play the Padres because we've just been falling apart in June. The starting pitching has been atrocious. The bats just been inconsistent. But finally, we make our way to San Francisco. We took a day off that we needed. Boy, did we need that day off on Thursday. We need the pitchers to get some rest. And we just need our bats and our position players to just take a long look in the mirror and realize, hey, this season is falling apart, bro. We got to pick this stuff up. Like you say, the Phillies went from being 8 games back to now just 3 or 4 games back. And the Nationals, what in the were you doing this week? I mean, you could have helped us out a little bit, but good Lord, like we told you early in the show, them 3 historic 9th inning collapses. I mean, good Lord, why don't you just put the ball on a T-ball for Kyle Schwarber and just let it bang it to Bangkok, why don't you? I mean, that boy was hitting moonshine home runs. He was hitting Jorge Soler home runs off the Washington Nationals. I mean, good Lord, Washington, help us out a little bit. But no, they didn't. Phillies swept them just like we got swept by the Padres, and that's why our lead don't dwindle down to just 4 games. But like I say, the Braves won last night in San Francisco, and that was a Braves-like win. You scored 3 runs, but your bullpen pretty much hold the Giants at bay. No pun intended, at bay. Hold the Giants at bay the rest of the game. So the Braves beat them 3-1, and you got a game at 9 tonight and a game at 4 tomorrow. If we can sweep these Giants, you got Sale on the mound tomorrow, and I can't remember who on the mound tonight. But if we can sweep these Giants, and maybe the Mets can do us a favor, and the Phillies just come back to earth a little bit, then maybe we can surrender, just get back to where we want to be, stabilize this thing a little bit. Now, what I was gonna tell y'all earlier, what to help us out a little bit, y'all, is that the Braves, even though the Phillies are hot right now, they are managed by Don Mattingly. And the Braves record against Don Mattingly ain't too good for the Phillies because Mattingly has lost 81 games against the Braves in the past few seasons. So as hot as this team's be, whenever they play the Braves, Don Mattingly just ain't that guy. 81 losses against us the past few seasons. So like I say, we got to pray that the Braves get back on track and hope when we play the Phillies again that the real Don Mattingly show up and the Braves can hold the Phillies at bay by beating them when we play them. But we got to keep this lead now. We can't have a 3 or 4 game lead just dwindle away. So the Braves maintain it, just stay within 3, 4, 5 games of them. And when we play the Phillies, we can hold them off. And hopefully this June soon won't kill us in the end. But
3 quick points, Red. 3 quick points. I got to get ready to go. 3 quick points. The Phillies beat the Nationals 3 out of 4. They didn't sweep them. The Nationals won the first game. The second point is the sweep against the Giants might not look too good because Bryce Elder's your pitcher tonight. The third thing is this. As much as I was looking forward to your giving me peace, keep hope alive point, I'm not inspired because let's not forget, Don Mattingly got most of those losses when he was coaching the Florida Marlins. So let's scale that back just a little bit. The Philadelphia Phillies roster.
It's a talented team, though, man. They could have beat us, but
the Philadelphia Phillies are a much bigger juggernaut than those Florida Marlins teams that he made. Because that's just like that. let me just make one point. I'm gonna be
No,
done.
no,
That's
you-
just like bringing up Walt Weiss's record when he was with the Colorado Rockies to make your point. So let's.
I was hoping y'all were gonna give me a pass on that.
I can't do that. Go ahead, Asa.
No, I was gonna poo-poo a little bit more on your Bridgeport. They finished up with the Giants, but then they got to go to St. Louis, and
Oh.
Busch Stadium is not an easy place to play. And
Yeah.
St. Louis is currently on somewhat of a hot streak, trying to get up in the Central Division. So it doesn't get any easier for the Braves. These next couple of the only hope right now is the and then after the Cardinals they got the Mets. So there is some hope at the end of this next stretch is they get the Mets head to head for about 4 or 5 games. So
I hope we in first place by the year.
All right, let me,
I think they will be. I think they will be barely, but they'll still be in first place.
all right, let me do this because Coach's hamster may be petitioning a break. So let me do this. Let's jump quickly into 5 for 5. I'm gonna have to cut y'all takes to 30 seconds because I gotta be at a meeting at 1 o'clock. I don't want to skip it because we got some good topics while at the same time in Coach's internet I don't trust. All right, so I'm gonna stay on just to do 5 for 5 real quickly, fans. I apologize. It's going to be an abbreviated 5 for 5. I'm a stickler for being on time with my staff, so that's why I got to be on time. So here it is, real quick takes, and I'm not going to give you full screen. I'm gonna just interject, say next person, just like that. All right. So we got 5 hot topics, real quickly. Let's jump to them. First topic on the docket, we got Brandon Sorsby, who wanted to play for Texas Tech, to be rejected in the supplemental draft, and he's been rejected when it comes to playing in the NCAA. Asa, your thoughts real quick.
Good, and good.
Brad, your thoughts.
Boy, I hope you really are good, man. All this trouble you making.
Coach, your thoughts.
To quote Wesley Snipes, always bet on black.
I don't know what that got to do with Brandon Sorsby, but we'll move on. Falcons extend Kyle Pitts to a 3-year extension. We see that Joe Black wasn't too pleased about it. Red, your thoughts about Kyle Pitts' extension?
I'm with Joe Black. Wasn't too pleased with it, but we'll see if it matters in the end. I doubt it, though.
Red, Coach, I'm sorry.
They're going. Stefanski going to use Pitts a lot more this year. Stay tuned.
Asa.
Stefanski got a history of making tight ends look real good, so I got promise for Pitts.
I'm rocking with Asa and Coach's point on that. Dusty May wins a championship in Michigan and heads to Dallas in the league. Coach, your thoughts?
Dusty Rhodes, you're going to find, Mr. May, you're going to find that the Dallas Mavericks might not be as forgiving as Michigan. Stay tuned.
Asa.
Hey, make the move. If it works out, great. If not, somebody in the NCAA pick you up again. So I have no problem with it.
This move does not move the needle.
Gotcha. I like what Asa had to say. Great take. I'm riding in the car with Asa. Does AA deserve blame for the Braves' June swoon? What you got, Asa?
Nah, it's just injuries. Medical staff is the reason for the Braves swoon.
All right, Red.
Absolutely. He neglected the pitching staff ever since the World Series. You let Max Fried go. You haven't really paid attention. Yes.
All right, thank you for being mindful of time. Coach.
The medical staff, lack of Band-Aids to cover bullet wounds.
All right, last topic. Red, what you think about your boy Trey re-signing with the Wizards after opting out of his contract? Go ahead.
Wizards fans will be just like us Hawks fans in the next 2 years. They'll be wanting them gone.
Coach.
No defense.
Asa,
Take the money.
take the money. Hey, all right. Let's close it out with this. And I'm sorry I got to do this because, again, in Coach's Internet, I do not trust. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Red, what you got for us? 20 seconds. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
Okay, Lakers, you got the right to make the right free agent moves, especially after you don't sign this no defensive backcourt with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. You got to make the right. You got the right to make the right front court move.
Coach, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Rev, you had the right to make a phone call to your wife because I'm about to call her for this disrespect.
And then your real, you have the right. What is it?
WNBA basketball, you had the right to take advantage of this time between sports to build your brand.
Hey, so who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
I'm gonna jump in the front seat with Coach. WNBA, and particularly the Dream. You have the right to take advantage of what's going on right now in the WNBA. This is your chance to make a real strong run to the WNBA finals.
Thank y'all, everybody, for watching episode 430 of the Red and Red Sports Show. We want to thank Asa for joining the boys in episode 430. Thank you, Revenite Nation, for doing your thing as always. I'm sorry I had to abbreviate the last segments, but again, in Coach's Internet, I do not trust. We'll be back. Episode 431 of the Red and Red Sports Show next Saturday, same time, 10:30. Same social media pages, YouTube and Facebook. Everybody have a great week. Enjoy your sports. Be ready to talk sports with us next week on the Red and Rev Sports Show. Peace and love, everybody. I got to go to where I make my real money. Peace and love, everybody. I'm out of here.
Yeah, the internet held up then.